Alright, everybody, you all made sure to bring your scuba gear for this field trip?
Wait, we have to get scuba gear?
I forgot my sunscreen.
I can't swim.
What?
Oh.
You can swim.
No, I can't.
Says who? The water?
It says me. I can't swim.
Well, then we probably picked a bad time to start our commentary. Yes, full blown-on commentary of SpongeBob Employee of the Month.
So yeah, the developers of Operation Krabby Patty, about a year after their endeavors, made a sequel that's a little more in-depth than what we had before. It's a point and click.
Oh,
I like how they recreated the logo with all the characters in this style.
It looks like a bad Flash game.
This is like one of the first SpongeBob games, so...
So our plot all starts with a free envelope.
More junk mail.
And Clancy Brown returning as Mr. Krabs.
Yeah.
Also, for those wondering, no, I decided to not put in subtitles for these because there's not as many as before.
Yeah.
That's fair.
okay.
SpongeBob?
Will there be subtitles in-game, or...?
Yeah, there will.
Okay.
I mean, where it matters most, absolutely.
Tickets to Neptune's paradise.
What was their budget for this animation?
Krabs, you must have spent a fortune on
Shoestring?
Let me tell Patrick. Thanks again.
Tell her the time of when this game came out.
2002.
Hey, Patrick.
I love this part.
Patrick.
Yeah.
SpongeBob?
Patrick. I'm behind you, Patrick.
Hey, SpongeBob.
So,
SpongeBob.
Mr. Krabs gave us 2 free tickets to Neptune's paradise.
And that right there is the plot.
Paradise?
Yep.
Go home and get ready, and we'll meet up later after work.
So, contrary to the game's subtitle, you're only doing your job for like the very first few minutes of the game.
wait, so
Yeah.
how does it play the... Employee of the Year?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna get everything.
So,
go ahead, yeah.
So, Employee of the Month is split into 4 chapters, and each one is, well, pretty simple to the point. You guys fulfill a certain objective to reach your next chapter. And starting us off, we're heading on straight to work.
Yeah, this is basically Baby's first LucasArts.
It very much is, because, actually, ladies and gentlemen, I will definitely say, this is actually one of my very first point-and-click experiences, and, I mean, what a good one to start off on, because it's very straight to the point, no real monkey moon logic to really worry about.
It kind
Yeah,
of reminds... at that point, it almost reminds me of almost like one of those humongous entertainment games.
kind of, yeah. And it's also really brisk. Like, if you're like halfway competent, you can finish this up in about maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah, an hour and a half, 2 hours or so. Assuming you want to actually listen to all this witty banter from SpongeBob and he of a million brothers.
A Krabby Patty.
Well, I will still say that I agree. I appreciate the effort they went to get. I appreciate the effort they went to make sure all of the show's original cast could also return for it again.
That's nice. I just came back from there. It was a lot of fun.
I can tell from your delivery, good sir.
Yeah.
You can't tell, but I'm sheerly exploding with joy at the mere sound of it, sir.
Okay.
Could you tell me how to get to Neptune's paradise, please?
Nope.
Wait,
Why not?
Because I'm starving.
wait.
that's right.
They have tickets, but they don't have a map.
Tell ya.
Well, I
No
got
map.
that.
Well, actually, we do have a. Well, they don't have a map on hand, but we technically do. But that's something we can talk about later because it's time to fix that antsy customer at Krabby Patty.
Fine.
Or we can just talk to Squidward like we do every other Monday.
Yeah.
I got named Employee of the Year, and Mr.
Yeah.
Krabs
Well,
gave
well,
me
while
2
this is all
free
going
tickets to
down,
Neptune's paradise and
Jordy,
more.
what were
do you
your
think about
experiences with
that?
this game?
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember when I got it and for what purpose. It might have been like a birthday gift or a Christmas gift or a family gift, whatever, but I remember playing this when I was a little younger, and I liked it so much because I grew up with SpongeBob and I was a huge fan, and I kept quoting a lot of episodes way back then, and I guess that was one of my first big moments where I realized I wanted to be a voice actor. But in general, I thought it was pretty cute, pretty interactive, and overall, it's just pretty charming. There's something about it that's charming.
Yeah, I mean, this is basically like around peak SpongeBob at this point, like before the series started to go a little belly up. So there's still plenty of charm left to sap from the series, and this game definitely has it in terms of, like, not dissimilar to Operation Krabby Patty, it also has its own little quirks that this developer decided to put in. Like, that anchovy that we saw earlier is just the tip of the metaphorical iceberg.
Oh,
Yeah, like I said back in Operation Krabby Patty, like the odd-developed SpongeBob games are a little more non sequitur in their approach.
do you think that? But now again, do you think any of the characters end up acting out of character?
It can borderline feel like later season SpongeBob at times, but for the most part, they mostly keep in character, like Mr. Krabs being a cheapskate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, where do you speak English, boy? I like the salad bar.
Who leaves all their fixins in the salad bar?
Because
Yeah,
I will also
the
say,
onion shouldn't be next to the others.
because I will say, I was thinking about it the other day, and I decided to look. There's apparently a wiki.
What
was that?
He clicks in the storage there.
Oh, my right ear. I was like, what the heck was that?
This door seems
Oh.
to be locked.
Oh,
Don't worry,
all
you'll
the
never have to worry about going in the closet.
Yeah.
Oh, so I think I get it. All the sound effects are relegated to your right ear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
for
noticed
whatever
that.
reason.
Oh no, but that's on the that's on the left ear though.
Oh yeah, no, this game runs on full stereo.
Oh, that.
Now then,
explains it
let's put that Krabby Patty on that dirty
I don't wanna
plate.
do that.
No.
Yeah, I was about to say, you kind of need to wash it first.
Oh, well, I guess the other thing worth noting is that I do think I wonder.
SpongeBob needs to wash the dirty plate in
What?
the sink.
Delight him,
Thank you, bargain bin French narrator.
delight him with washing the sink.
No, Logan, that is a voice that does not delight.
Fine. I mean, it does sound like it almost sounds like somebody reading from a sample script before they were gonna get Tom Kenny to actually do it. Anywho, the other thing I was gonna say is that I don't know how much they reached out to Nickelodeon about, but the fact they went as far as to have the backgrounds replicate the show's backgrounds is a neat touch.
Oh yeah, no, all the backgrounds in this game are hand drawn, and they actually. There are some bonus clips that you can unlock, which shows how all these all the game's assets were created.
Oh, okay. What
Oh.
the?
Oh.
And this is purely just for the fun of it. You can look through SpongeBob's closet full of goods.
As well as a pinup of Sandy.
And he held on to the Nasty Patty after all these years.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Sponge, what the hell? That thing smells.
It was a trophy.
They're usually pretty good, but these have gotten
Yeah, the trophy of the time they almost killed the health inspector.
Yeah.
Never know when you might need one.
Also, 2 golden spatulas.
Extra spatulas.
Now, we need those in order to get to the next world.
Yeah.
I found them all. Oh,
wrong game hype.
wrong.
A joke.
I know, it's okay. A Squidward stamp.
Him and Patrick are my bestest friends ever.
No, I'm not.
Well, what does that make Sandy?
Well, let's
What's
see.
going on with this?
Ah, Sandy cheeks. Looking at her makes me smile.
Oh.
Okay, so they just straight up outright say, okay,
All
James.
right, well, let's touch the elephant in the room.
I
Well,
made that Krabby Patty a few weeks ago. It was so perfect. I couldn't let someone eat it. It's kind of.
I think they predicted that one SpongeBob episode where he fell in love with
Yeah, I was
Krabby
about to
Patty
say.
early.
yeah, I was
Oh,
about to say
yeah.
that basically is the plot to Love a Patty.
I remember that, yeah.
All right, well, that being all said and done, no more fiddling around. It's time to actually give this customer his order.
It is yours, my friend. Go to it.
Krabby Patty.
Embrace
Can you
it.
tell me how to get to Neptune's paradise?
Yes.
Well, how?
There's
Well?
a bus stop downtown where you can catch a bus to Neptune's Paradise every day. Now leave me alone. I'm eating.
No, you
That doesn't
ain't.
look like
What does the what does the telescope do?
it's the
Okay,
map.
so
Oh.
basically the telescope is your map, and clearing certain objectives is how you'll unlock certain more areas on the map. That being said, every map is
No one hears
SpongeBob.
Oh, boy.
You forgot you don't even have a license.
I actually genuinely thought it didn't even look. Ah, Jellyfish
Go to
Jam is back on.
downtown.
It genuinely didn't even look like he touched the car. Just Mrs. Puff has programmed every vehicle to have a SpongeBob alarm if he gets within 2 meters of
Yeah.
proximity of the
In
vehicle.
case a sponge tried to hijack a boat.
Patrick, where'd you get
Aw.
that?
But yeah, no. Each chapter has their own map, and again, when you clear objectives, more of the map of that chapter's map does. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Patrick was in a bikini contest.
You won a bikini contest?
Well, I was the only male contestant. But the
Oh,
judges
well, I mean,
said
okay,
had
I
the
guess
most
suppose that would work.
SpongeBob truly is a progressive
I like
series.
that.
Yeah,
I understand you wanted that.
Style.
Seeley, what do you make of all this this nautical nonsense you're watching so far?
I'm not sure. I haven't had any experience with the SpongeBob games at all, and yet I grew up with SpongeBob.
Don't worry, Patrick.
Yeah, well, you know what? Well, we can bounce off that. Like, what would you say are like your experiences with the show?
I think I watched it all the way up till the movie, and then I stopped watching it.
Like every other SpongeBob fan back in the day.
Right. Then I know
Also, this right here is completely optional. You never have to come here, but if you want a little extra, you feel free to hop on by.
the jewelry store.
Yeah, because that's another thing that, like, when you're exploring, you can also collect these tapes that are basically like little extras that you can like watch whenever you have the free time.
Oh.
Pretty jewelry.
Okay, and I'm leaving you, Missy. I'm freaked out.
Keep waiting.
What's your name?
Pretty jewelry.
Pleased to meet you, pretty jewelry.
Well, you seem busy. I'll leave you to your insane muttering.
Insane
Alright.
mutterings.
Pretty jewelry.
You know,
Now I got that.
When SpongeBob's saying stuff like that towards you, that's not a good sign.
Hello. Nice place.
In fact, I will definitely say, if there's one thing that SpongeBob in this game has above most other portrayals, sometimes he comes off with some very unexpected sass.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want you to have this videotape.
what?
Thank you, Mordecai.
Videotape?
Much like the compliment you just paid me. I can never thank you enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You know, I do hate to say this though, like, sure, this is around the time when VHS tapes became obsolete, so
Yeah.
thanks for the hunk of plastic.
All right,
We didn't have
plastic.
the Heartillum, though.
Plastic and Reuben.
And yeah, this is pretty much where you go to watch all the movies you have on standby, whether it be like the introduction to a chapter you're going through, or again, one of the bonuses you unlock. Again, there's like 4 of them throughout the entire game, and they're actually not that hard. They're really not that hard to find.
Will we be looking at all the bonus movies?
I will not be showing any of them off because honestly, I feel like that's something that we wouldn't get much out of during this commentary. Anyway, I don't know what to do, Patrick.
The bus took.
Can you enlist me your sagely wisdoms?
That piece of coal kind of looks like Squidward.
I'm also thinking like freaking Patrick. You know we don't have any money.
SpongeBob, we have mortgages. We have bills to pay. Or
You don't think
Why do you think I built my house out of a rock? The tax collectors never know to check it.
Blends right in. I don't know. So already looking at our map, we're going to be going to several famous locales from the SpongeBob show.
And then some.
Blue Lagoon. Also, get a load of that hot red lobster over there showing off his usual biceps game.
Yeah, it's Larry.
I've noticed SpongeBob is doing what he believes is kicking when we all know that is a punch.
Well, he probably is kicking his leg. It's just that we can't see because he has such stubby legs.
That's fair. So
Or
while
stubby
we're,
twiggy.
so while
You
we're
know,
on
I,
this,
I could probably go for a tan right about now.
why not? Let's go knock on the door and see if they'll let us. Oh, thank you.
Oh, wait a second.
What a ripoff! I think game developers need bigger budgets to avoid this sort of thing.
Knocks on wood.
Ha.
Also, hello there, totally not British fish.
Well, hello, laddie.
Laddie.
Why are you standing
Laddie.
in the shade? It's a beautiful sunny day.
Voiced by not a lady.
Very delicate.
I'm convinced that all the original characters that they made for this game are just staff members.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I was gonna say that's already being generous enough. I like to think that all these original characters that they are introduced are a staff member.
Beautiful place. You'd like it, I'm
It does feel like that sometimes, not gonna lie.
It does sound like it, but yes. So I guess while we're talking over this little riveting conversation, James, what brought you about? What brought up the idea of trying this game out, and was it easy to get running on current gen computer
Okay, so
technology?
I will definitely say in that regard, pretty much like the same, much like before with Operation Krabby Patty, I was sort of like on this sort of old school PC binge to see if I can get some of these games to actually work on my modern day PC, and to my surprise, some of them did end up working, though not without a few, for lack of a better word, additions.
Oh.
Because, naturally, this game having been released back in the early days of the 2000s, like, our current tech can't really run them quite as well. Like, if you just run this game bare and nude, especially on its highest setting, like, details like SpongeBob's eye are literally transparent.
Oh, whoa. So he's just kind of...
Like, you can see his irises, but the rest of his eyes are literally gone.
What?
Thankfully, there are certain, applications that you can use to help fix some of that. Like, what was it called? DL Voodoo? Which is pretty much like a DirectX / GlideX FX wrapper sort of thing that properly fixes some of the graphical qualities up. It's definitely helpful, especially if you're going to be playing games like Rayman 2 in this day and age.
Yeah, and Tonic Troubles we've learned.
Yeah, and even that comes with its own freaking problems. Just, it's unfortunately like fishing out fish from a barrel. It won't always come out the way you want it.
Yeah. I do wish that there were, like, as far as licensed games go, because there's a lot of old Disney games I'd like to play, and except for that one website I found that had some abandonware on it, like, you can't really go to GOG.com for some of this because, it's licensed, meaning that, they can't, I don't think they have the right to be able to try and adapt or make compatible these old games.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go the extra mile just to even get to sell them in this day and age, and hope to God they still work.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this fishy bastard here told this Manta Ray with a Bassetan game told us that our soul has a rash.
Yeah.
Soul?
And apparently he's getting to a point where he's not content with being just tan. He basically wants to be cooked by the sun.
Also, I understand there's supposed to be the weird little whiskers that Manta Rays have, but I also can't unsee that this guy now has a Yosemite Sam mustache.
Well, racing fresh and high tide.
Rock and roll, dude. I don't know. Does he not care for the music? So yeah, again, the other reason why I was thinking this reminded me of a Humongous Entertainment game is all the little interactables to be found.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of them in this game, which honestly, not to mention it, this is pretty much SpongeBob's answer to Humongous Entertainment.
Jam Sam, Putt, and all the like it.
I didn't do anything. You can't prove that.
Okay, I'm alright. Goodbye, crazy.
Well, I'm busy. Busy doing nothing, that is.
Alright, asshole.
Okay.
We're gonna get going now.
You did that.
This game is about to become This game is absolutely going to be the epitome of why I think.
No thanks.
Okay.
He's such a silly Billy.
Alright, so, unfortunately, we were at the right spot to dig up some buried treasure. Unfortunately, we don't have the means to actually dig up some buried treasure, but,
we got no
luckily,
shovels.
I happened to notice something upon Larry's person down in Muscle Beach.
Think that sign is big enough?
Never.
Nah.
Nah, it could be bigger.
Speaking of which, hey Larry.
Hello.
He has a tiny little shovel and pail.
That's
For-
gonna be okay.
Reasons?
Someone quick, bring me the big weights. I'll show you all how it's
That's
done.
SpongeBob. We've been.
SpongeBob, no, you remember what happened last time? You ripped your pants over it.
Yeah, you can barely lift 2 marshmallows.
Yep.
And then 2 plushies.
They are the most important muscle group for impressive.
And
I think that was
two
like one of
paper
the very
cups.
first, ever animation straight out of the show. Like SpongeBob trying to lift up a weight with 2 plushes on it.
But
Yeah.
boy, was he confident about it after it was done.
No way! I love that shovel and that tail.
But you're too old for him.
You're a grown man.
Look over there.
Funny muffler. Jerky pal.
Jerky.
Ooh, good thing I haven't fallen off my diet. Where?
Snake eyes.
There's no mermaid.
Are we actually going to now fool him into thinking there's a mermaid somewhere?
No, we don't.
No.
He catches on to that quick. Basically, what we're gonna need to do is make a trade of sorts.
I will
In
trade
a matter
you.
of speaking, yes.
I will trade you these 2 tickets to Neptune's Paradise for the shovel and pail. You
No.
got it. And then 30 minutes later, SpongeBob realizes, wait a minute.
What? That's crazy talk. Forget about it.
forget about it. Well, fair.
Krabby Patties, huh?
Yeah, basically, it's like he found out that like he has to give him Krabby Patties in order to like stay in good shape, and SpongeBob kind of doesn't want to do that.
Grandma's homemade pies.
Not his grandma specifically.
What?
You'll see what we mean, because our next location has just been unlocked. Grandma's house!
Grandma.
Should I be concerned about why he knows our grandma so enough that he eats her pies?
No, I think... Yeah, never mind.
Honestly, I feel like it's not just him you should be concerned for. I think you should also be concerned for Grandma herself, because, you know, bless her soul, I think she's gotten a touch of the way too olds in this game.
Yeah.
What do you mean?